right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the honor to the elders, apostle, great meals, Tony, truth, and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the Akim out there, that are brought to the four corners of the earth, that serving the truth, not true sincerity. So I say Shalom. This is Brother Nabala, come to you another video in the spirit. And the topic of this video is going to basically be about how things are going to get worse out here. Okay, because if you've been watching and if you've been seeing what's going on, as the weather is starting to heat up, things are starting to heat up as well. Okay, just last week here in Michigan, at downtown Detroit, from I think Friday, Saturday to Sunday, you had people that was getting shot and people who was getting killed. Okay, and in a very populated area in the downtown Detroit area. So that's showing you that people are unhinged, because for you to just up a gun, because one of the altercations was it was a dispute going on in the line, and somebody, I think it was a man and a woman, just up and shot a security guard and killed them over a dispute in the line. So that's showing you that people our spirits are riled up, and ultimately that's Yahweh Shem Shai doing that. He's riling up the spirits in these people, okay? But ultimately, there's judgment going out as well, too. People are catching their judgment, and the Lord is allowing people to see that. And it's only going to get worse and worse. This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you can see that happening. Okay, the love of many are waxing cold. As another story that happened where some cheerleaders in high school, they just accidentally opened up the wrong door and a man shot both of them. Like, are you serious? Like, you can see how things are not it's not a simple conversation going on or just simple conflicts going on. People are just resorting just straight to just shooting people. And that's that love of many waxing cold. Okay, it's really no love going on out here. It's just ending up in straight violence. And I can see that just going on as I continue in my everyday life. People's tempers are short, I should say. Like they're not really, why I'm trying to say this. They're not really like, they really don't have time. Like, how the people say, I got time today. They really don't have time. Like, they're like, soon as something happens which moves them the wrong way, they're ready just to resort to violence. And it's only gonna get worse than that. It's gonna come down to simple. I mean, we done seen it, even when people are driving, they have little disputes on the road, and that's resulted to people shooting at each other. But it's gonna come to probably if you look at somebody the wrong way, no words ain't being said, you look at somebody the wrong way, they probably going to up a strap on you. That's how bad it's going to get out here. Especially, and even think about when famine really starts kicking off and inflation really starts getting higher and higher. Or we get to the point where it's called super inflation. Think about when people start losing their jobs, they're going to be laying people off. It's going to get bad out here. And then people gonna be looking for answers, and we're not gonna be nowhere to give them to them, because all this time we've been trying to give these people the answers and tell you to turn from your wicked ways and turn to Yahweh Shem Shai. You didn't want to listen to us. The scriptures say, "Make no tarry to turn to the Lord." You want to turn to the Lord when you feel like when you wanted to, but the Lord, you're not. The Lord is not on your time. You're on the Lord's time. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab this. This is 2 Ezra 15:19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. People are not going to regard their neighbors. People are not going to have no regard for nobody out here but for themselves. Okay, when things really start getting real and it's a lack of food out here, okay, people are going to start invading one another. Okay? Looking for their food. And then when the food runs out, what's going to happen next? People are going to start eating one another. I think his name was Alex Cross. He had a podcast. One thing he said on his podcast was he would eat his neighbors. Like he would say he would chain them up, and he would eat his neighbors because he's not gonna watch his children starve. Now, if he has that mindset, how many more people have that mindset? Especially these devils, especially these Edomites. They already eat their red, so they ain't too far from raw meat for them. So when they looking, it's just meat to them. They're not looking at you as a person. They're looking at you as food. And those are times that we're entering into. The scripture's talking about a time of trouble that's never been seen before, and I'm going to grab that. This is Daniel 12:1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people." And who is thy people? The children of Israel. It says, "And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even so that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, huh?" It says a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. So there's going to be a time of trouble that has never been seen before in the planet. Okay, and you have to prepare yourself for that. Right now is the time to begin yourself together. Okay, it's getting hot outside. It's about to be summer, but that don't mean you get into that house of mirth. It's not to be out here on that partying type of mindset. You know, you got to get yourself ready. This devil is rolling with his agenda, with his plan. He's rolling. He's thinking about rolling out digital currency soon. The CBDC system. So he's about to start rolling with that soon. And then after that, then what? He's going to start hipping people. So everything is still rolling, whether you see it or not, whether you want to believe it or not. Things are happening behind closed doors and in front of your face. So you can't say that you didn't have time to know, or you didn't have time to get yourself together, because the time is now, while you still have it. I'm gonna grab this. This is Amos 5. And I'm going to start at 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you that the day of the Lord is darkness and not light?" What is the day of the Lord to you people? Okay, you don't understand what that is, you know? Because y'all got in y'all mindset that y'all think that you got this white man coming back with long hair to save everybody. When no, Yahweh's coming back to kill. You know, he's coming back for vengeance. Okay, that's why it says the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It says, "As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him." That's talking about after you flee from one trouble, you're going to run into another trouble. And after you flee from that trouble, you're going to run into another trouble. It's going to be endless trouble going on. But the only ones who are going to be protected, the only one who's going to have that hedge over them, is going to be the men of the Lord. The men that truly believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? The Lord is going to feed his servants. He's not going to let no evil come near them. The one who truly fear him and has hearkened to him and has faith in him. So if you're not one of those people, it's not looking good for you. So you still have a chance, Jake, Israel, get your shit together. Because, hey man, the shit moving fast and it's going to keep moving whether you buy in or whether you don't. So with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Shalom.